How's it going, guys? It's time for another episode of the Rockstar Coaching Show. It's your host, Coach Dustin, coming at you, and I'm joined by
Coach Christian. Woo!
Hey, guys. Yes, we are excited. We're here to talk about this right here, which is the coach's eye, all right? We see you. So, our coach's eye, what the heck is that, and how can you use it to your advantage? And hey, if you're a client or just somebody that wants to get fit, how does it apply to you? All right, so it's real simple. The coach's eye is a trained eye on form, all right? That when you can look at somebody doing a squat, doing a push, doing a pull, you can see where the form is wrong and dive right in and fix it, all right? And it is not something that you are born with. It's something you have to build over time through reps, through seeing lots of form, good and bad. And then what do you know? You build up that coach's eye, and now you can't lose it, all right? I mean, even me, I'm walking around in public, and I'm seeing people walking, and I want to go over and correct them. Like, did you know your feet are bowing in, and your elbow, your knees kind of got like knock knees, and I want to go over there and coach them, and I'm like, stop, I can't. I'm at Starbucks. That's not appropriate. I got to save that for the gym. So that's what a coach's eye is. And so, coaches, we're here to talk to you. It is an extremely valuable thing. When somebody is thinking of training with you, the first thing you should lay down on them is like, hey, what you're getting is the coach's eye. How many people do you have looking at your form and checking it and making sure your knees in the right position, your shoulders in the right position, your elbows in the right position, keeping you safe, but also helping you get better results, feeling it more in your muscle, helping you to get accelerated results because you got somebody with outside perspective looking in.
Boom.
So I know
Keyword, outside perspective. As you said it, and this guy's like reading my mind already. But look, the coach's eye is something you can have yourself. Obviously, we're talking to trainers and coaches. You obviously have something of it because you're a coach or trainer, but it needs to be developed. And at the end of the day, it's an outside perspective. Just because you have it doesn't mean you can use it on yourself, unless you're literally recording yourself, taking, videos of your own form, getting that outside view. Because truthfully, as a coach, as a trainer, that's what people pay you for. They pay you for that outside perspective. Look, I'm seriously, the coach's eye is much more than just looking for form. It's about bringing the best out of people and you being able to see this person is at 90%, but they have another 10% to give to reach 100. And it is up to me to witness that and pull it out. And the thing is that everyone has their favorite exercises, right? So for us, we do group training. We do circuit training, give or take. Our whole workout program design will have 8 exercises per workout, right? So every day there's 8 different exercises. And I'll see clients give 6 of them their best. But there's always those 2 where people are half-assing it and they're not giving it their best because they don't really like it, or it's uncomfortable, and it's much more challenging for them. That's where the coach's eye is. Everyone's 2 is going to be different, but it is up to you to be different and to literally be unique and individualize each and every single client, because we're in a group environment. So we're doing this in fast pace, but anyone that's doing one-on-one or even online coaching, like, come on, if you're an online coach, you better find a way to make your program personal, or else you're literally just nothing but information. You're not even a coach. You're literally just like a Wikipedia trainer, right? That's really what it breaks down to.
And he's right, because like if you're an online coach, I would imagine you're going to package in form correction where they video themselves and they send it to you. They're paying for your coach's eye. They're saying, hey, can you watch my deadlift? Can you watch my squat? Can you offer me feedback? Because that's what the coach's eye is that when you see something wrong, you leap into action, you go and you fix that person's form, and not being afraid of it. And it's one of those things that it just has to come through sheer reps. You can't finish your CPT and say, we've downloaded it to you like the Matrix. You now have the coach's eye. Good luck on your career. Like, shake your hand. No, what it comes from is sheer repetition. So for my veteran coaches that have been doing this a while, for years, you've seen so many squats, you've seen so many push-ups, you've seen so many rows and deadlifts that you probably know what the person needs. Now, here's my tip to you. Before you jump in and do diarrhea of the mouth of a million different coaching cues, like, hey, pull those shoulders back, tighten up your hips, bring the bar closer to your shins. There's too much to download, and the person cannot follow you, at the speed at which you're giving them information. So I would say pick one. What is one thing that would do the most for their form? Let them hit a rep with that, and then give them another cue. All right. So you're basically going to stack your cues one on top of the other. So if you had 6 things the person needs to do better, you wouldn't run over and deliver all 6. You'd give them one, let them do a rep and build off of that. Give them another cue. Let them do a rep, give them another cue. So that's where the coach's eye sometimes can work against you, because you see so much wrong, you want to jump in, but you're not giving the information in a tactful way where your client can absorb it and change and move with you at the speed that is right for them, okay? Because remember, they're exerting themselves. They're tired. They're probably talking in their head thinking, whoo, I can't wait for this to be over. I'm dying. Oh my God, this is tough. And so if you're also spitting a lot of information, I can guarantee you it's not being grasped, all right? So wait for that wait for the time to give them the information, again, after every rep, even 2 reps, so that they can actually do what you're asking and they can feel the difference that one cue did for them. All right.
I want to touch on that. Like, you know what? I kind of got to break some hearts, but I'm also going to rebuild that heart up a little bit, right? And what we kind of call this process is compliment, then correct, right? Like, you always want to break down, but also rebuild. And the truth is that what Dustin's talking about is information overload. Like, too many trainers, too many coaches. And you know what? I've been told personally by other coaches, other trainers, just that had more education than me. Maybe they had degrees and they had their masters or whatever it was, that they naturally thought they were better than what I was doing. And like I said, in my career, I've been shunned on or like looked down on because of my education level. And the truth is that information will just always turn into information overload. Experience and implementation of information, which AKA is experience, will always outweigh everything. So like he says, mastering one thing. Because look, think about the person that's in martial arts. Do they get a black belt in everything just because they achieve one black belt? No, they had to choose a certain type of martial arts, right? And then they achieve that level black belt. And the truth is that you need to master everything as a coach, as a trainer, one at a time. And it doesn't matter how much information you have. What really matters is how much experience you have practicing the information you know. So actually, hey, always be learning. Like, the thing about the information, the science, it makes me more confident as a coach because I know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it's always experience that will outweigh that.
Yeah. And guys, here's the beauty of, what Chris is talking about. That coach's eyes, that outside perspective, we're talking about fixing people's form and being there when they need it and not overwhelming with information. But man, it also comes from when you're hearing biofeedback and giving them a recommendation about their diet or about their recovery, all right? Because it's also, again, I guess we call it the coach's ear, which is where you're listening and you're hearing the clues, all right? That they've tried a diet and it didn't work, and then they jump to the next diet and it didn't work, and they jump to another. And so by stopping them and saying, well, how long did you stick with these diets? Oh, 10 days. Like, they skip over that thinking that it's not important. But you as a coach say, okay, so I can see what's going on here. They're quick fix hunting, all right? They're a quick fix hopper. They're jumping from one pill to one detox tea to the next cookbook. I need to understand this person, get them to slow down, understand what their goal is, understand why those other things didn't work, and I can then prescribe them something that's gonna work for them nutritionally, all right? And I'm gonna listen to their biofeedback. What's their energy like? What's their sleep like? What's their stress level like? All right, so again, the coach that is like watching their clients and listening to clients the most wins, because they are actually caring about their client more than anybody else in town. And I want that to be you, but then they're also taking it at the client's pace, all right? Because again, if you're like me, you've probably listened to a ton of podcasts and audiobooks and read a bunch of books and articles and got certs and went to events, and you have tons of information, which is great that you want to share it all. But when it's too much, too fast, too soon, the client cannot absorb it. So the wisdom that a coach like you needs to learn is to always listen to the client more and to only give them one piece of information that they can take action on. Let them have wins by taking action on it over and over and over, and then you come in with the next piece, all right? Same way that we said to coach a person with their form on the floor is the exact same way you coach them with their nutrition, with their recovery, is you just give them one assignment, let them have some wins, let them see some repetition under their belt, and then you go on to the next thing.
And look, I kind of want to I feel like a personal failure because it's reminded me of old failures based on what Dustin's talking about. I do these one-on-one nutrition consultations with my clients, and we sit down for 30 to 45 minutes. And I can't tell you how many times I've sat down with thousands of clients, like no exaggeration, thousands of clients. And I can't tell you how many out of these people that I sat down and I naturally just started talking about calories in versus calories out, or macros and what I thought they needed just based on a view of their appearance, you know, and honestly judging a book by its cover. Like, I've seen the way their form is, I've seen this, and then you get to know them, and truthfully, after 10 minutes or 15 minutes of me giving information, they go, oh yeah, I've heard all this before. This is really what I need. And I'm like, wow, like if I would have just shut up and listened, I would have knew from the get-go what to really say, and I wouldn't have wasted my time or their time, and I would have literally not overwhelmed them, because now they're thinking, oh, I came in thinking I needed this. Do I need everything else that coach was talking about? And truthfully, like I said, it's just about simplifying what your client needs, and you can only do that if you care enough to listen. We call it empathetic listening. Like, you have to genuinely listen and not just nod your head like, yeah, I'm on the clock right now, and I'm a trainer, and I'm high energy, and I'm really caffeinated, and I'm fired, you know. So you give them the eye contact, but you genuinely gotta like care enough to listen to what they need, and then truthfully invest that time, whether it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, but just giving them that one solid answer they need.
I love it. And guys, I would say one final part I would throw out there about the coach's eye is being able to read your clients. Like, again, if you are somebody that's very self-aware and you see somebody come in, you can read their facial expressions. You can read the way they're carrying themselves. It's like, man, are they drooped over a little bit more than normal? They usually stand really tall. Today, they're not. Are they coming in yawning a lot? Do their eyes look like half open? Like, what is going on? Guys, that is the opportunity. That is your window to go walk up to that person and say, what's up? You know, you look tired today. Like, it's okay to call people on having a bad day. Not that, you know, we're never allowed one. Everybody's allowed one. Go talk to them. Say like, man, you look sleepy. You look tired. Is everything okay? Because you know what that allows you to do as a coach? It allows you to change the workout intensity to what that person needs for that day. Some people just need they don't need a PR workout. They need I need to just get through this workout. Like, I'm not going to bring maximum intensity. I'm probably not going to lift my heaviest. I'm just here to get some blood flowing and to feel a little bit better. It's okay to give your client that. I know sometimes as a coach, we can feel like we're devaluing if we're not destroying them and making them burn the maximum amount of calories and making them PR every single exercise. But you know, you don't even have a workout like that every single time. So the clients are probably not going to have that every single time. It's okay to read their body language, see like, man, this person's not at the top of their game today. I need to dial it back because it's what they need. It's right now they probably need more emotional support. Right now they probably just need you to be there for them. So again, the coach's eye, we're talking about applying it on the floor, movement, changing people's form and correcting it because you've seen so many reps. In the office or in those sit-down appointments, listening to their nutrition and prescribing what they need. All right, a little bit of the coach's ear, but then the coach's eyes also right when they walk in, right when you look at their face, right when you read their body language and their posture, you can understand, man, is this person ready to go? Are they ready to rock right now? Or is it a day that I'm going to pull the reins back and I'm going to tell them that I'm reading it on them, so I'm telling them in advance, we're going to probably, pull back the intensity a little bit today. So guys, that is like how you can be the most effective coach for your clients. Anything else you want to throw out on that?
You know what? Exactly what you're saying. I feel like living and practicing it every day. The truth is that your job as a coach and trainer is to get 100% out of your client every day. But 100% does not mean exactly what they did yesterday. Every day you wake up like you're living in the present moment, and your present moment has a current 100% value. Maybe you're a little bit more sore. Your central nervous system could be sore. Maybe you're not fueled well, or maybe they got a lot of stress, personal issues, mental clout, whatever it is that they got going on. You got to be able to identify that and just give them 100% of their workout. And like I said, 100% is going to be different every time. So don't expect the same results. Just get 100% for your client that day. And like I said, if it is a day to where physically they can't give you what you've seen as the best before in the past, what I always do is I'm going, hey, look, you're giving me your best that you can give today, but I need you to smile. And I always bring that, like, you're not smiling, like that's part of the form. You got to get your squats to 90 degrees, but I need your cheeks ear to ear, right? All the way out. And they laugh. And like I said, like Dustin's laughing right now, but at the end of the day, it literally changes like what they were given, they thought was 50% that day. It takes it from 50 to 100 just because they enjoyed the process, which remember, trust the process, enjoy the process, you're guaranteed the results. That's what you need to do for your clients.
So guys, I know you might be wondering, how can I develop my coach's eye? And really, the biggest thing you could do is just work with more people, help more people, get more people in your facility, offer your services to people. Heck, coach people for free, because that will be the fast track to your success. You'll be able to get to a higher place, a more optimized coaching career, you're gonna be able to, just have those skill sets that just come from sheer reps and experience. So not saying you gotta put in more years, you just gotta help more people. And you know what, guys, I wanna really encourage you to just look locally, all right? There's thousands of people locally that are obese, in pain, and they're hurt. And in today's world, we can get very, outside thinking. We could say, man, I wish I had 20,000 followers. I wish I had 100,000 followers. I wish I could help people in Chicago and Texas and Florida. Well, no matter where all those other people are, help the people in your town. Get locally minded. I know that we are in a world where we think global impact is the only way to go, but I'll tell you, there are neighbors that are begging for your expertise and your help. And then here you are trying to build up your coach's eye. It's a match made in heaven, all right? So get out there, find some local people, help them get healthy, help them get fit, build up your coach's eye, and make a bigger impact. All right, guys? And hey, if you want to get some more content from us, join our free coaches group. It's called the Rockstar Coaching Academy. Boom. It's on Facebook, and that's where we can teach you more of these things, make a bigger impact, get to know you more, talk a little bit on a deeper level, and we'll teach you how to rock out with your guac out. Later, guys.